All right. Well, this is going to be the choppiest episode, and that's okay, because what we're doing right now is just the first episode of what we're hoping to be very, very plentiful and many episodes.
Many.
Words are hard, and it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
But here we are. This is the Neely Schmidt Yourself podcast. We are two dads that have been friends for a very long time before we even met our wives.
Yeah.
But this is going to be like an intro episode, like of us, of different things that we've gotten down for each other, the kind of things that we're going to, cover within this. This is just going to be things that we enjoy and things that we like, and we're hoping some like-minded folks will enjoy hearing two random guys' opinions about random things. But yeah, why don't you go and talk about like kind of how we met and how our friendship started?
Oh. How Mike and I met. So,
we should probably do like actual names,
names of what we who we are.
It makes sense because we're going to talk to each other like that. So, Mike Neely
and Jonathan Schmidt.
So
that's the reason why we make up Neely Schmidt Yourself. It's our last name.
You only Neely Schmidt Yourself and don't fully.
Yes, wear extra underwear.
Hanes not a sponsor.
Yeah, it's true. But how Mike and I met, we met at Kent State. Lovely Northeast Ohio. So that was his freshman year, my sophomore year. We were hanging out. It was just a group of people that we knew from classes, and then he was there, and then we were supposed to hang out with some dude, so we hanged out around campus, and he ditched us, and so then we just kind of hung out, and that was the end from that. And
we played pool and
we played pool. What else? We went to another college and played Mountain Dew pong.
Oh yeah,
because seriously, Mountain Dew pong, not beer pong. Mountain Dew pong because it was a Christian college
university that I did. Neither of us attended.
Nope.
I just had friends who went there.
No, but from then. Mike, it was that same day. I was like, "So what are you doing tonight?" He goes, nothing." I was like, "You just want to come over to my house and just hang out?" And then from then, Mike,
it was the normal. It's just you're right, like an average. It's just like an average, like random.
It was like it was just random of how we met
events that. What are we on, like over a decade later of friendship?
Yeah,
because that would have been what 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
It's obviously 2024 now, so we're gonna like a dozen years. It's longer than our, I think, combined that we've known our wives. So
yeah, and then the other crazy thing is then Mike left and went to Ohio State.
I was a jerk.
Yeah, so he left.
After 1 year, I was like,
yeah, and then I actually helped him move down here. So
that's true.
Well, now we both live down here in Columbus. So he was down.
I moved away. You followed me.
I followed Mike.
All worked out.
So yeah,
we're in the capital of the state of Ohio. Midwesterns, as you can probably hear from our voices.
We don't have any accents,
That's what we all say, but then we go somewhere else.
And people are like,
what's wrong with y'all? Like,
y'all, you got like a drawl, but it's not.
This is what I get from my dad growing up in the South, and there's like little words here and there that I'm like, why do I say that as a Midwesterner? Y'all is not a Ohio thing, so sorry for y'all in advance. So I think knowing kind of about like how we've been friends and kind of where we're located, I think let's go into we both took some time to go over some interests that we both have of what we think the other person might like.
Yeah.
I'm curious of what you have.
Oh, what I have for you.
So we both did this of what the other one had, and we're probably going to think of more things on top of it.
Oh, absolutely.
But the one we collaborated on is the shared things that we both have fandoms in or interests in. So I say we start there. These are all topics that you will probably see on the channel. And that's what we're going to cover.
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
You do one, I'll do one.
Yeah, that's perfect. You start first. What's a
definitely Star Wars is definitely one of them. Star Wars.
Yeah. Huge Star Wars.
We were both huge Star Wars fans, especially the old ones. The original
best trilogy.
Yep.
I will stand on that.
I will fall on that sword.
And there are good things about some other things that are out there. I will also say the cure to something you don't like about Star Wars is just more Star Wars. So if something doesn't make sense, just keep watching.
You just keep watching more
stuff
Star Wars, and you get even more confused. And
so if you haven't heard that, now
line.
you know. If you're watching this and you're like you're talking to your husband or your spouse who, you know, your wife who they love Star Wars, and you're like, I don't understand.
I don't understand. Just
keep
watch.
watching more Star Wars. That's here.
Yeah, Andrew. Well, my wife has never watched Star Wars when we first met.
I thought, okay, she's watched it now.
She's watched it now, but I'm just saying when we first met, she's never watched Star Wars.
I thought you were going to tell me that she still hadn't watched it, and I was about to have a bone.
We've had watched the original.
This episode would have been derailed.
We've watched the whole originals, the original trilogy. We've got almost I would say the beginning of the trilogy of episode 1, 2, and 3. Didn't finish 3 yet.
You've heard about the Machete Order?
Yes, I've heard the Machete Order.
Okay, for those that don't know, the Machete Order is now there's been a lot of extra content that's been created since then, but the Machete Order, Google it, but it's you watch, what is it, 1, and then you go and watch. No. You watch the first episode. You watch episode 6. That's what it is. Watch episode 6, and then you watch. People say to skip 1. I like 1, so you can still watch it. You watch 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you watch 5, 6. Is that it?
I think
we're gonna look it up.
I think that's it. Why you look that up? Well, I do think that's what it is. The Machete Order of that. You're trying to figure out the word what it was.
Well, what else? What other fandoms? I'll let you go again.
Oh, me again. That we're both dads.
Yeah, both dads.
Both dads.
Both
recently dads too.
Yeah, my son's a little over a year, and yours is 6, 7 months.
Yeah, she is going to be 7 months here on the 18th.
So there's a difference. Boy dad, girl dad.
Yep.
And then I'll go with board games. Is probably another big one.
Board games, yes. I would say more you're on the board games, but I love board games. But yeah.
I will say being a parent and trying to have hobbies
such as this is
very, very difficult.
Well, just a little tidbit on the side of doing our podcast. We've been talking about this for
too long.
2 years now.
We've had multiple attempts at it.
And yes.
A lot of life has happened since
then. I think life.
I think the last time we tried to record, we never posted. You found out like your wife was pregnant. Like your family didn't even know yet.
Nope.
So this has been an idea in the works, and the studio will improve. This is currently in my basement that we're trying to redo. So some painting is happening. Some more things will be put up. Got some nice posters to put up. I continue just to improve, but you got to start somewhere. So
I'm just happy that we're actually doing this. This is
we're getting to talk about fandoms. We're getting to talk about things that we enjoy, potential vlogs in the future, potential just random trips. But we don't have all the same interests, but we'll get to that here in a second. We'll keep
another one because I'll do another one. We love Harry Potter. We do love Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I think your side is probably bigger than mine. My wife is currently going through the audiobooks. I think she just finished.
Oh, the audiobooks are amazing. Yeah. I've finished them. It was great.
She's been helping my son go to sleep with them. So whatever works.
Hey, whenever you get that baby sleep, that only matters.
Then I think she just finished Order of the Phoenix.
Such a good book. The movie sucks.
Umbridge is in that one, right?
Yes.
That's probably my least favorite movie.
It is because of her, but if you read the book and you get to the point where
so much more makes sense in the
yes.
I know the director had changed throughout. Here's us going on tangents. I know the director had changed throughout, so that was a part of it where like
the first 2 movies were very, very, very close to the books.
But you also had Chris Columbus directing both of those, and that did not stay throughout. The same guy who did what else? What else did he do?
Christopher Columbus?
What Christmas movie did Chris Columbus do? On spot. Y'all are getting your phones out. IMDb in it.
Columbus.
I'll give you 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Jingle All the Way.
Absolutely not.
I tried.
Home Alone.
Was it Home Alone?
Home Alone was by Chris Columbus.
No, wait. No. Who's that? No, I don't think. No.
Look it up.
No way.
Yeah, look it up. while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about some other things. We're big Cleveland sports fans, as you can tell from his hat.
No, I'm not a huge Browns fan. Nope. I just like the elf.
We've been Browns fans and having to endure a lot of pain, a lot of constant terribleness. We already have the worst colors. Let's just say what it is. But we're finally in the playoffs, at least as a recording, and have a team that's watchable and have a quarterback that I'm okay with. If you know, you know.
Exactly.
I'm
wacko for Flacco.
Wow. Gonna flack around and find out.
Yep.
All right. By the time this is, people start seeing this, they're gonna be like, Joe Flacco played for the Browns. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I've seen some other things is like retro TV shows and like kid shows we had growing up. We saw some of the same stuff.
Yes.
But I think that's definitely left now that we're adults that have real spending money to a degree.
Oh my gosh, you are right.
Yeah. I told you it's Chris Columbus.
Yep.
Come on. Also, I need to go back to the machete order because I looked it up. Machete order is watching A New Hope, and then The Empire Strikes Back, then The Phantom Menace. Okay, so this version does now include episode 1. So The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Wait. Did it miss the third in the newest ones?
Yeah. It says to watch 6, 5, then 1, 2, 3, then
nope.
No. This is episode 4.
4. So 4, 5.
So 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, then
6,
7, 8, 9.
Ugh.
Okay, this is what you really should do. You should watch 4, 5,
6,
1, 2, 3.
You need to have your 6.
Have you ever watched it this way? I did it once, and it was enjoyable because you had to stop and see the difference. Now, I would argue that I wish they did a better job within the first 3 of making it feel like the first ones did, which I think The Mandalorian did a great job at. I'm going to get off this tangent so we can keep going.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we're nerds about the ridiculous things. We'll more episodes with more stuff. Marvel was a big thing too.
Marvel.
I think from your side, it's probably more of the shows and movies.
Yeah.
Which is mine too.
Yeah. Then I think our last one is Legos.
Legos?
We love our Legos.
We forgot retro video games.
Oh, retro video games.
We recently went on a trip.
Yes, we did.
We went on a trip and we took a dude's day and we went to a bunch of video game stores.
I almost bought a $100 just controller, but I didn't. Don't ask.
You're welcome.
Don't ask yet. Don't ask.
You didn't, though.
No, I did not.
You didn't. It was an N64. You really want to pay $100 for an N64 controller?
No. But it was Pokemon edition, but still.
I could paint you one. It'll look real bad.
I could have just took a blue one and a yellow one and put them together.
Yes. And then found a terrible sticker and slapped it on there.
Exactly. I could have made my own sticker.
You could have made it.
I could have made it and then sold it.
You could have bought a yellow one and a blue one.
I do have a yellow one.
Together. Bought a sticker on Amazon or eBay or whatever.
Yep.
Slapped it on there for less than $100.
Oh yeah.
You could have bought from 8-Bit Do. You could have bought the attachment and changed the inside of it, and you could have had it work on your Switch.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
All right, I'll stop nerding out. So those are the things that are similar. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, for the differences?
For the differences of what
differences is definitely going to be comic books.
Oh yeah,
for Mike.
That was 100% my pandemic hobby.
Yeah.
I only sparingly read comics growing up, and I knew it was going to happen. What is that called? We'll have a quick show.
Okay, so it's a Midwest IPA from Great Lakes.
There really couldn't have been a more appropriate drink to have as a Midwestern podcast.
Oh, I know, right?
I hate IPAs.
There's my difference.
Hate IPAs. There's another difference. Okay, so comics. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a DC comic guy than a Marvel comic guy.
You're a DC all around.
Yeah, and I've realized this more of late because there's definitely there's some Marvel that I do like to read, but it's definitely not the same as DC. Anyway, this one's gonna be pretty obvious to me, but it'll soon be to the audiences.
Eventually.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Pokemon
heck
is,
yes.
I'm
a huge 90s kid, and we're both 90s kids, but
yeah.
if you think 90s,
I mean, I grew up on it too.
you think Pokemon.
So fun fact. I probably gave John hundreds or thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards.
Yes,
because my whole collection
before it actually went hot.
Went back and look, no regrets. I gave him my entire collection of all of my cards. Some were Japanese. I had a lot of the base set, a lot of the 151.
A lot of first editions.
A lot of first editions.
Also, one of my things that I really cherish that you gave me is from Burger King when the movie came out. I have all of the gold cards in the Pokeballs.
Oh yeah,
that's probably.
If you have any duplicates, I may take those back.
I have one. I think it's Jigglypuff, but yeah,
maybe not. I don't know.
You don't want Jigglypuff? Okay.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, I grew up on it too, but I didn't play the handheld games, which is another thing I put down for you as Nintendo handheld. So I'll segue.
Oh yeah, segue. Well, we actually segued on an earlier one for you, DC.
Oh, I guess that's true.
DC.
Okay. That's true. I guess you don't know as much about the DC stuff.
I know more. We know more about. I know more Marvel. And like, don't get me wrong, I know stuff about DC, but I don't know like the major lore of it. So
did correct me if I'm wrong. Did you grow up on the DCAU, like the DC like animated universe? Did you watch like Batman the animated series? Like
I remember. I didn't watch Justice League. I remember Batman the animated series and then Batman Beyond. That's about it.
Okay. So yeah, I was always big into those shows. The Batman ones definitely more than the rest.
And that's the other thing. It's all Batman. That's what Mike is. Mike is just all about Batman.
I mean, have you seen Batman in the same room? No. My brother would tell you the same thing though. So all right. So you got 2 for me. I got 2 for you. I'll let you go next.
Oh. I would say football IQ and football fantasy because it kind of goes together. I'm not saying that we don't know football.
What do you mean by my football IQ?
I would just say like you know things in better terms than I would. Like I know what a play. Like if you showed me a play, I would know it. But I'm just saying that you would be
talking about, like different coverages.
I would.
Or can you name all the positions?
Okay, just going on this. I'll go on this tangent. It's not tangent, but it's a no-no in fantasy football. I had Mike draft for me one year, and my team was legit, and it was really good until we made a trade that I didn't want to do, but he did. But it just derailed and went horribly.
Well,
it's because people got hurt that we traded for,
and
literally that
it
day
made sense.
Oh, the trade totally made sense,
and you didn't hear anything. It was sucked anyway.
Oh, it was horrible.
Literally, found out like all of a sudden this guy gets hurt in practice, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding!"
Oh, and then we got someone that rolled his ankle during mid game and was out, and we're just like.
But I didn't think we would be able to win the championship with the roster that we had.
No,
which is why, because I'm like,
we would have made playoffs though.
We would have made playoffs, but we weren't going to make anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this reason why I say Mike like knows how to do fantasy draft that way. His football knowledge is better than mine. Not saying I don't know what a hold is. I know what a hold is. I know what pass interference is.
I got this down for you, so I'll say that your baseball IQ is far superior to mine.
Well, it's not saying you don't know baseball.
And right. No, I played years of baseball. Was terrible at it.
I almost went to college to play baseball.
Yeah. Well, your dad's a hitting coach and
yeah,
you had everything. I mean, you had the structure needed to be able to do that well.
Yes.
I don't feel like I did. And I mean, my dad liked baseball, but not to the
I love watching baseball because you just know what they're gonna throw. Like, and that was the other thing. I was at a game with Mike, and I'm like, he's gonna throw inside to this guy, blah blah blah, and goes, "What?" It's that type of thing because it's the count, who the hitter is.
It's a game in itself of like the mind game that's going on.
Oh, it's a total
some changes. I like going to baseball games. I don't like watching baseball unless it's playoff baseball. I don't like.
I love watching baseball.
No,
it's like calming.
Yeah, I if it's on the background, like fine, but I'm not gonna go out of my now that we can watch it half the time anyway with
Oh yeah, because we get Valley Sports.
I can't watch the Cavs.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Super annoying.
Anywho,
okay. So you said I said baseball IQ for you. You said football and fantasy football. Okay. We already talked about girl dad, boy dad. You've already okay. What else?
Oh, actually, this would be if you and I were both combined, we would make the best redneck, or not the best redneck, probably the typical stereotype redneck.
What? What do you mean?
You like NASCAR? I absolutely dog. I do not.
I understand that I don't like hunting and fishing, and I think that's where you're going.
Exactly.
Because I put hunting and fishing down for you.
Exactly. But
yeah,
no, together we would make the typical redneck. Like I like the hunting and fishing, and also I used to chew. So I used to chew. You
spit that habit away. Good job.
Yeah, seriously, over a year now.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, I miss it still. But I quit.
Hey, you quit.
I quit.
You have your daughter. Now you've been good.
Oh yeah,
born. Like I'm super proud of you.
Yeah, those 10 extra pounds that I've gained. It's great.
What are you gonna find out those things? Maybe we'll go on a diet here.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'll just quit drinking. Right.
Oh, that ain't no.
No.
I mean, I'm not drinking a ton, but I'm not going to give up.
No.
I do enjoy NASCAR.
You do enjoy NASCAR.
I'd much rather watch a NASCAR. This is so dumb, and everyone else probably won't understand.
Oh, it's so bad.
I grew up. My dad liked NASCAR, and so I would 100% rather watch a NASCAR race than watch a baseball game. Which
I'd rather watch paint dry than watch NASCAR.
Yeah, that's how I feel about baseball, though.
Oh.
Unless it's playoff baseball and it's two good teams, or if I'm at the game. I'm at the game. I'm a dog night or a dollar dog night.
If you're at the game, it's totally different. At a game is totally different vibe.
Yeah, but anyway, I haven't been to a NASCAR race, but I've watched a lot of NASCAR. Especially, I started watching more in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So together we're full redneck.
Yep, full redneck.
I put IPA for you, so we've already crossed.
We've already crossed that one, and sour beers for you.
Yeah, I do like sour beers.
Okay. Yeah, I have to find the right one. IPAs.
It tastes like grass. If I wanted to, I can smell when I cut my grass. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah. And someone I work with was like, goes, oh yeah, I went to a brewery over the weekend, and I was like, oh cool, what'd you get? And he goes, oh, I literally got a beer that would fit you. I took a drink of it and I go, wow, this tastes like grass, and I know who would love this, and it would have been you. And I'm like, exactly. I love that. I've actually tried a beer that the name of it was called Fresh Cut Grass.
Yeah, I forget who did that, but
it was Land Grant.
Land Grant
made this beer that was called, and it was a wet hoppy IPA. Oh, so good.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, so good.
All right, well, you can have all of it.
Oh, cold IPAs, let's go.
I definitely like some. I don't know if sour. I would say that I like sour. I don't know if it's my favorite.
I would,
but it's definitely my go-tos compared to some others.
Oh yeah,
I'm like trying to fight. So yeah, I'll give you that. I have down for you NCAA football. I am not. I mean, and
you'd be more NFL, but I love NFL as much as I do college football.
Even as an OSU alum, like I don't know, man. I became less of a fan after going.
Go Flashes, all right? Go Kent State.
Hey, I was there for a year.
Can't read, can't write, Kent State.
You didn't have to say it. I wasn't gonna.
I mean, I'm allowed to say it. I graduated from there. You can't. You can't claim that you went there and then you can say the phrase. No one cares enough to say you went to Kent State. And then that's like saying I went to Harvard for a semester. I did not. Definitely did not. True.
But like someone would say that if they did. Or
true.
No one's going to say like, oh, I went a semester at Kent State. No, I went a whole year at Kent State and I transferred because I needed to move away from my parentals.
That's true.
All right. What else do you got?
I have a low key sneakerhead. Because I remember back in the days that you loved to find some sneakers and some vintage clothing option that way.
I mean, I guess
it's been a while since you've done it, but you've done that.
When you get married, buy a house, have a kid.
Getting married, yes.
I
just a lot of things.
I have that's weird because I have like a list of shoes that I would love to buy, but like I just won't spend the money on it because there's too much stuff around the house. Being an adult, but like if I had the money, I would buy a pair of LeBron Zoom Generation ones. So the first LeBron shoe, I would want in a heartbeat own that.
First ones?
Oh, the first ones by far. Zoom Generation. It's weird that I even know that offhand, but I guess you're right. All right, that's. All right.
I just like wearing Nikes or Vans.
That's kind of where I'm at this point. But I
thought of another one that you do not. There's a shoe you do not wear or do not own.
What?
You do not own a pair of cowboy boots.
Yeah, that's because together we're a full redneck.
That's true. I like to wear cowboy boots.
I was tempted when I was in Nashville a few times.
I totally great. I don't know how you didn't buy. I would have bought like 3 pairs.
I know you would have. And this is why you go with your wife or me, so that you don't get chastised.
True.
All right. What else? What else you got?
For you? What about me? You're up. I said low key sneakerhead.
Okay, that's right. You're right. How about you're into vintage furniture?
Yep.
I think my wife, to a degree, probably is too. She really likes the mid-century modern, which I like.
I also like the Victorian.
I like it.
It's like mid-century modern, but also like I have a lot of stuff that has a lot of curves, and that's Victorian more likely.
Not Victoria's Secret. Different.
No, but I do like wearing their underwear.
I've learned too much. I can't go back.
It's a total joke.
I sure as hell hope so. I got a weird visual that I gotta delete.
Weird visual.
If anyone's still watching, I have one more thing for you.
I have one more thing for you too.
I have you really like anything vintage like Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah. Do you know why?
Anytime I'm at didn't like your grandpa or like some uncle or something?
My grandfather used to work for Coke.
Okay.
So just a little tidbit on that. He used to live down through here. They used to live in Pickerington when they grew up. Athens. Cool. No, sorry, Athens. They lived in Athens.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they lived in Athens, and then he worked for Coke. Then he got laid off from Coke. Not Coke. Can't remember. He also worked for 7-Up too. He used to drive truck.
Okay, so it was like distributor kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he got to when they were switching the bottle line from glass to plastic. They're like, "Hey, do you want one of these old crates and old bottles that were no longer in use?" Took them all.
When did that happen?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm finding out.
But then, the old Coca-Cola coolers, like the big ones, like the actual coolers. Yeah, he had 3 of them. Yeah, and he sold them.
So 1970s, roughly when that happened.
Yeah, he sold his 3 coolers for guess how much a piece.
Well, inflation is a thing.
Yeah, so basically my dad, I wasn't even thought of yet. Yeah, $25 a piece.
I mean, that's probably like what, $125 today? $150 today? No, I mean the value of them individually is probably more. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, but
the amount of money to inflation. I'm sure someone can put in the comments or whatever.
Yeah,
what that is.
Yeah, it was nuts. But I do have a lot of Coke stuff, and it's thanks to him, and then also things that I've also found.
So I feel like every time my wife and I are out or from with someone, and I see something vintage Coke for sale, I'm like, hey, sending you a picture. Like,
yeah,
without fail.
I have a lot of
12 things. I'm like, boom, hey.
Yeah, especially when I was at Disney in the Star Wars area. I did get some Coca-Cola.
Those bottles are sweet.
They're cool. They're just
the
next time we're on, maybe you have it. Do you have Coke or Diet Coke?
I have both. What?
No, one. I have both. I gave you
red.
One. Okay, so you have regular Coke. They do have a Sprite one too. So that's the next time when I go to Disney, I'm getting a Sprite one, which I am going back to Disney in 2025. In about a year.
We'll talk about that.
Yep.
I want to join you.
That's a family one.
I'm just gonna go sometime. Pack myself in a suitcase.
Hey, that's fine.
Big old family.
Big old family.
Your family thinks that I'm family anyway, so it's fine.
This is not my blood family. It's my in-laws.
I'll just show up.
I don't care.
News to them.
Yeah, we're going. It's in the works of going to Disney because my mother-in-law is getting like it's an incentive of a trip for what she does with her job. That it's like, hey, we're going. That's where the trip is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that it's actually in Disney. So we're like, okay, Riley's gonna be what? She's gonna be just 2.5 when we go. Almost 2. Yeah, she'll be almost 2 years old. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She'll be walking by then.
Maybe. Cal will be 2.5.
Yeah, he would.
Give or take. Ish.
2025 we go. Yeah.
So we should probably go over this. We skipped it, but why the podcast?
Oh, why the podcast?
Or maybe dabbled of like what we were talking about with it.
I think what we want to both get out is just doing. I don't know. I've always wanted to do a podcast for the longest time that I've podcasts before it got popular, and I've always wanted to do one, and I couldn't figure out who I wanted to do it with until I met Mike, and then Mike and I've always talked about it, and then so we're like, let's do it, and then I think what we wanted to get mostly out of this for you and I is just sharing what we get out of life.
I think,
and then what our common interest is
in like being a platform for us, whether we get viewers or not, because we're gonna.
I don't think that's not our thing.
It's
not
like
to get sponsors, to get big, and do anything like that. It's just
great if that stuff happens.
No, yeah, it'd be wonderful
to that. But just to give ourselves a space to be able to nerd out and enjoy, to be able to post and in a healthy way, not care about like what others view or not. Like, I don't care if we get negative comments. I don't care if they're like, oh, your audio quality sucks or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't matter.
Just doing it for the fun of it, and if something comes from it, great. And if it doesn't, like, it's just a fun. If we're going into it as a hobby, I think is really where we've landed.
Yeah,
and I think it's just we've learned as dads that it's important to make that kind of time and have that kind of hobby, and it's really hard.
I think it's the time of just being that we need to be friends, just that friend moment. Not saying that we don't have that all the time. We used to,
but it's until we like recently hung out with you guys. Was last weekend? Yeah, it was like we were like, wait, when is the last time the rest of us all got together? Oh, my son's birthday,
and that wasn't even, that was with a boatload of people. It just wasn't
we barely saw each other.
Yep.
At the time we had our one hangout day, but that's the thing. So now we're getting into what we're hoping to be a weekly cadence of us getting time together, us getting to nerd out about things, us being able to minimal amount of editing, and just we're doing a live stream and we're just going to post it this way and rip the audio and we'll post it to all the other places. Like, the point of this being minimalist is to make it easier for our lives, but also giving us the space and time to do so.
Yeah, and then just giving it, because like doing the time and editing and all that, we don't have that time.
No.
Maybe but I don't think it would take
away from time with our kids, take away from time with our families and things around the house. Like, there's so much already to do. And maybe at some point we'll have that capacity. We'll be able to pay for other platforms to make editing better, but shout out to StreamYard, shout out to YouTube. There's still a lot of the things that make this stuff easier to be able to do.
Also, I'm very happy with StreamYard.
StreamYard, honestly,
I mean, since we were like been trying to like figure out a platform, and then Mike found this
big thing that was difficult. You're right.
Yeah, and then also to Upbeat as well too. That's who also we used for intro, and we'll be using for exit as well too.
Yeah.
So
I think just find it. There's enough
links
in the descriptions of things, but there's enough free software, especially when things got big with podcasting, and I don't know, it's just a cool idea of being able to do it on a budget. Like, we bought mics, and I already have a computer, and I already we already had some of this stuff.
Yeah.
The mics we went out and got, but like the minimal stuff just to make things a little bit better, but as a hobby, and we can see where it goes from there.
But also, Mike and I might be always in the same room all the time either. Well, that's the other thing is I'll be at my house, he might be at his, just because it's hard, and you can be at my house whenever we do that. Well, whenever because if we're going to be putting our house up
Yeah,
for sale,
you're going to be moving.
Yeah,
so that's going to be a whole thing. So maybe there'll be a week or two where, we're helping you move, and we, but it's fine because we're just going to keep recording when we can and putting content out there. And I think that's just the way that we got to do this. And
yeah,
we hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be a lot of those different topics that we talked about, from whether it's NASCAR or Pokemon or whatever in between.
Cleveland sports, even just sports in general,
or just NFL or baseball. Just giving ourselves the overall goal. I'll sum it up quickly is, it's us giving ourselves a platform to be able to talk to someone who's not our wives about things that we have interest in.
We both have interest in.
And so why not make that your best friend of be the person you just talk to on a random camera so the whole world can see? Like, that seems like a great idea.
Trust me, I don't know if you've seen this reel yet, or it's the little kid in the snowsuit right now. Yeah. And there's one I found that says when my POV of when I talk to my wife about Pokemon and what she hears. And it's true.
It's just
100%.
It's just like peanuts, like
wah 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 Pikachu wah 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 wah. She knows who Pikachu is. That's about it.
Most people do.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that's what our goal is. And if you're still even listening at this point, thank you. I don't know why you still are, but I appreciate you.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope you subscribe, do all the dingling, do all the stupid things. That's great. If you're into that, if you want to, if you don't, no offense either. This is just for fun.
Just for fun.
Why don't we go into some other real quick topics, and we'll finish out if the next 15 minutes, if not sooner. Okay, the NFL playoffs for this weekend.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so stoked.
The Browns are in it for the third time
in our lifetime.
No. We were really young.
No, we were young. So the 4 times,
the third 3 times since the year 2000.
Yeah, since they come back.
Since they came back.
Let's go with that.
Let's be real. It's a different franchise. I don't care what the media tells you.
The original Cleveland Browns have won and have won 2 Super Bowls.
That was the Browns,
and they won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, they did. But we have their quarterback now, and maybe
it's because you got January Joe, and he was sitting on the couch for most of the year. And then you ask him to come in, and he knows how to run an offense. He's a really good.
He's a very. And if we do well enough, he could be in the Hall of Fame if he has a good enough run here. Even if they don't win the Super Bowl, which you know what, I probably won't happen.
I don't put that. Don't know. It could happen.
It could. Yeah. And
is it likely that's going to happen?
Lottery, but no.
Oh my gosh, there's a highly good chance that we can make the Super Bowl.
I know that Vegas, and I'm not a betting person, but I know that Vegas has the most bets coming in on the Browns to win the Super Bowl, which is just crazy to me. That's even a reality, and it's not a joke.
Also, have you heard the crazy thing of that? Remember how the NFL is scripted?
Yeah, the Browns win, and it's going to be Detroit and Cleveland.
Yeah, but listen to this. You have just things that all right, listen. So you have, I won't even go. Okay, let's go with the Browns first. Browns versus who? Oh yeah, the Texans, who we traded Deshaun Watson for. Okay. There's that coincidence. There's one. Then you have, if the Browns win, who do they play?
Okay, but
who do they play though?
But what if somehow miraculously, it probably won't happen, but if Miami wins, we're not the lowest seed.
No. So
the lowest seed plays Baltimore.
So that would be if Miami's not. Is Miami the lowest seed?
Here are the games. Let's go over this. Here are the games for this weekend. Yeah, Cleveland at Houston. You have Miami at Kansas City. You have Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Baltimore and San Francisco are both on bye. You have Philly at Tampa Bay. You have the Rams at Detroit, and you have Green Bay at Dallas.
Yeah. But the reason why I say a lot of people saying it's scripted is because you also have
a lot of storylines.
You have a lot of storylines. You have the Chiefs versus Miami, right?
So you got Cheetah.
You got Tyreek Hill.
There's a
Okay.
You got Detroit
And you got Detroit and the Rams, right?
After the trade,
Goff trade,
Okay.
Okay. And then if the Browns win, save Miami. Wait, are we ahead of Miami? Is Miami a 60?
Yeah, we're the 5th seed. So 6th is Miami, and then we have the Pittsburgh sneaked in at 7. I know. I was rooting for every team.
We were together when we were watching the last game.
I was just trying to watch not make the playoffs.
And
what does the Jags have to do? Not win again.
And I'd rather play the Jags than the Texans.
Well, sure, but I still feel good about it.
I do feel good about it, but at the same time, I don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about it. When I go over this, and then we can go through our slate of who we think is going to win.
Okay.
I don't feel good about our kicker potentially not already officially being out.
True.
Although we did beat them without a kicker because he got hurt in that game.
It's true.
Just, what is that, Christmas Eve? Or recently.
That was Christmas. Yeah, Christmas Eve.
So I don't feel great about that. However, we got to rest a bunch of people last week, which we never, ever get to do. We had to rest a bunch of people last week, so they got a whole nother week off. And we finally are at a spot where we're like, okay, everyone's as healthy as they can be. There's no other like really big injuries now. 26% or higher of our roster is on IR.
We're the highest. I think
ever make the playoffs.
Yeah,
with
quarterbacks, but also I'm just saying I think we're the highest team with injuries as well through in the NFL.
I mean, last time I checked, now this was maybe a couple weeks ago, 26% of our salary cap is on IR.
Yeah.
So the highest that ever make the playoffs in that case.
And the most quarterbacks.
And the most quarterbacks to start and win games. So 4.
Yeah, 4. And we also have, I don't know if you can consider who played on Sunday.
A lot of teams.
No, who was the quarterback for the Browns?
This is the backup from Cincy for forever ago. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Driscoll.
Yeah,
Driscoll.
And also he was also with the Lions for a little bit too.
He's with Bengals too.
That's who drafted him.
Yeah. So we started a lot. We got smashed in that game because we didn't play anyone or probably didn't care to play that hard in that game. It's fine.
So I'm fine with that loss.
They're going to get CJ Stroud back, which of course is fans of Ohio State.
Well, did you watch that game? Him and the Colts, right?
Yeah.
That game was insane. But also, if the Colts make that catch, which he should have made that catch, it's a different scenario.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm excited that because we have our defense is gonna be relatively healthy.
We're
gonna have the best. Did you know the Browns have the best three corners in the NFL?
Yeah.
So
our defense is unreal.
As I've heard from media, it is historic.
Media, not us, not two fans who are pipe dream Browns fans that we've been for years. Like, this is what we're being told by media who doesn't play the game and is telling us this is what's happening.
Historic defense.
I will say there's some former players who've said that what the Browns are doing is crazy. So I'll take it. With that being said, let's go over what we think the results are going to be. And we already know what we both think about the Cleveland game. So
Cleveland wins.
We'll both say Cleveland wins because
let's go this. How many points do you think they win by?
I think they win by 17. And I say this because, and I'm going to be the weird one who says this, and it's because I'm a Browns fan, but quickly I'll say that it's because CJ Stroud, when he plays against a good defense, has struggled. And if we're able to get takeaways, maybe that gap is only 10 points. Maybe it's only 7, or maybe it is just a field goal. But I think what's really going to keep us in this game is them having a rookie quarterback, although he's probably the rookie of the year offensively. He's struggled. And
MVP talks as well too. I don't think he's going to win it, but he's also in those talks as well.
He's in the talks, but that's it. But that's why I think we'll win by a decent amount if we can.
I think it's going to be a close. Browns have to kick a field goal at the end to win it,
which I am scared about
because guess what? I'm a Browns fan. I play for the worst, and hopefully the Browns sneak out in the end.
So we'll see. That's on Saturday. It's first game. Okay, Miami at Kansas City. I know my answer. I'm just letting you go.
I really like the Dolphins.
Okay. I think the Dolphins are going to get smacked, and it's probably going to be like 14 points. I don't know what the spread is.
See it. I can see it.
Miami's only beat one team that's over 500.
That's true, but
something crazy like that.
But Patrick Mahomes with his crappy receivers,
they've been having some issues there too. I think maybe
it's both teams having issues that can't compete with. I don't know.
They've both been in a weird funk of late.
They have, and I think that
the fact that Buffalo still turned around and won the division is ridiculous. If you would have said at the beginning of the year, I've been like, yeah, of course Buffalo can win it.
Oh yeah.
But
how they were struggling. Oh, but that's the other thing is none of these teams scare me other than Baltimore. That's the only team that scares me.
Yes,
Baltimore is the only team that scares me.
And it's because when we beat them the last time, we had Deshaun, and
Deshaun had his best game as a Cleveland Brown.
And he's hurt. So
see, he yawns and I yawn, and he sneezes, coughs. Oh my gosh.
We're tired.
We are struggling. Not struggling,
right. But so you're saying Miami? I'm thinking Kansas City. It's on the record. Here we're going. We're at a lightning round now.
Okay. Steelers,
Buffalo.
Yeah,
not even close.
Packers, Cowboys.
Yeah,
I'm going Cowboys as well.
I'm saying Detroit over Rams.
Ooh, I like that. I would go Lions.
I think the Lions have just played better this year. I mean, they could squeak. Maybe the Rams are the World Cup. It's not saying it's impossible. I think it's
the Rams have a decent defense. Their quarterback. I mean, it could be an interesting. I would like to watch that game. That's going to be an interesting game.
Tampa Bay and Philly. Philly has been playing terribly.
I know, but it's also Baker.
Maybe. I know it's Baker.
Do I want Baker to do really well? Feeling dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous. Do I want that?
Do you want that?
Do you?
I don't know.
Do you like that?
Kirk Cousins is not in the playoffs. Sorry.
I'm just.
I think the better team. If you ask me, the better team.
It's going to be Philly.
If Philly can just show up to play, they'll win.
It's going to be Philly.
If they shoot themselves in the foot, then no. And we're live.
We are live. Good thing no one's watching.
It's all right. No one's watching. Okay, so Baltimore is by, and so is San Fran. All right, so that now we have it. We know where we're at.
Yeah, but I would have to go Eagles on that. Do I want Baker Mayfield to look pretty decent?
I mean, I would like to see that be fun, but yeah. Okay. Last thing that you told me that you wanted to cover was Christmas gifts.
Christmas gifts. Okay, what was your
talk about favorite Christmas gift?
Favorite Christmas gift? I have two.
You can go first.
So one of them is I got Hogwarts Legacy
for the Switch.
It's been really fun to play. That's all I gotta say.
A Hufflepuff.
I am a Hufflepuff. I don't
put the hat on and you're the Hufflepuff. So am I, but
no, I'm a Gryffindor.
You should have went in and changed it.
I could have, but guess who was watching?
Said you can't.
She goes, I was like, but it has this button that says this option that I can choose whatever I want. And she goes, no. I mean, am I at the point during that game?
It's probably a lot more fun playing in a house you don't know anything about.
Because guess what? I didn't know what the common room looked like.
That's pretty cool.
So it's in a barrel. You have to go through a barrel. And it's kind of cool. Like it's a little different.
All right. I'm a Hufflepuff.
And also, here's the other thing. Am I in the room that often? No. I'm in the classrooms or I'm out fighting orcs. Not orcs. Trolls. There we go.
Just jumped universes.
I did.
All of a sudden, we're in Lord of the Rings.
Sorry. I was thinking something ugly, and orcs are ugly. And
hey, you know what? Potato, tomato.
My other favorite gift is Andrew got me this book. My wife, she got me this book that like she wrote in, and it said like favorite things about you or what I think. So it was like really heartfelt, and it was very nice. And that's probably one of my favorite gifts.
That's cool.
So yeah, so it was in my stocking. So it was just us.
Favorite.
Yeah. What was your favorite gift? So that's the reason I have two. So one is like very sentimental, and the other one's like, yeah, this one's totally me.
Such a cliche, stupid answer as a parent, but I think honestly, just having being able to see my son like enjoy Christmas for the first time, because he was only a month old last time. I think seeing him be able to see the Christmas tree and like react to things is a gift in itself. I think just one that I've never really thought about experiencing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be weird and say that's my favorite gift.
No, that's fine. That's not being weird at all.
My wife's over there just looking at me like, oh, and it's yeah.
I think she's crying.
I made my wife cry, but not in a bad way, I suppose.
Does Anna cry?
Yeah, I mean, we all do, but anyway. No one's watching.
No one is watching. This is great. You know what's even gonna be better about this?
Why?
People are gonna watch this. Who'll be like, "No one's watching." You'll be like, "I am."
People are gonna like watch
God.
the record.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, please in the comments if you ever watch this, be like when you get to the point of this saying that no one's watching, and you'd be like,
"I made it.
I made it. I'm watching.
I made it that far.
You made it this far."
Oh.
Also,
Okay.
you can tell that we're slap happy, but also I do have some New Year's resolutions.
All right.
Did you have any that you thought of?
New Year's resolutions. Mine so far has been trying to spend time in the Word every day. And praying every day. That's something that is really, really difficult to do just with the amount of things that are on my plate. And so I think that's been the biggest thing that I've been really attempting to do. And I have not been perfect, but more days than not, I have been able to read something and spend some time. And sometimes it's at 11 o'clock at night. If I'm like, oh, I haven't done that today, and then I'll try to do that. But yeah, so that's been my biggest thing. I think after I get through like my peak season at work, I would like to try to start working out again. Plus, then I miss the whole like people at the gym and not knowing how to work out. Miss that, skip that spot, and then I'm being up on down the road and be like, oh, cool, I can go back to the gym again
and be normal and
no one like I don't know doing anything you see on the internet that you see every January of people not knowing how to work out.
Go into that a little bit further.
Oh, you mean like the idea that
that you had?
Okay. I was on the internet, so I can't take credit for this. But I think it'd be really, really funny if somebody went to the gym or went to two different gyms. You should definitely go to two different gyms. If you went to one gym and you worked out like a normal workout, like you do it in the morning or evening, whatever, and you're really get a good workout in. You schedule it, you do whatever. You go to a different gym and you do the ridiculous things that you see on any social media platform of like not working out correctly at all. And I want you to go at the same time every day, and then you only work out for like 5-10 minutes. Over time, they're going to see you like get stronger and get more shape, but it's because you've been working out.
You're doing the normal things and then not doing this crazy thing.
Why was this?
So the goal.
Why did this work?
So the goal is to have them start having people at that gym start doing what you're doing. You can the craziness,
something trending, being like, and then you're going to have all these doctors and like, medical professionals and workout people being like, that doesn't work. But the world think it does.
But
so that's hilarious to me. Would I ever do this? Probably not. But I think the idea of that is just hilarious. So there's two. I've lost a good amount of weight over the last couple of years, so I'd like to keep losing a couple of more lbs. But what about you?
So I have a few. One's be more active. So like I'm not setting like I need to work out like 3 days a week. No, I just said I need to be more active. So it's like
harder than your dad.
Yeah, and also full-time working and
full-time job.
And then so it's be more active and then be more outside when it's nicer out. Because that was like one thing that my wife and I did so much of. We would play spike ball. We would play volleyball. Like
you had like the four.
Yeah, the four square. Yeah, four square volleyball, cornhole. Also, the reason why we'd also be the greatest redneck is because I'm really good at cornhole as well.
I don't know if all rednecks are good at cornhole.
No, they should be. It's just beer in a hand.
Maybe newer rednecks.
But anyway, then I had one of starting this podcast. So
okay, hey, we started.
Just gotta
keep going.
Then I have being off my phone more often.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
definitely one for sure.
I have another one. Hold on. I'll look these up for you.
It's really hard to get that last one when you need your phone for it.
Yep.
Do you have a bike?
Yes.
Maybe I should buy a bike. Go biking.
Ooh.
When it's not
I do have another one.
super cold.
Get 5 to 10 Pokemon cards graded.
I can help you with that.
So yeah, I have a lot of cards.
I've never gotten any cards graded, but I've gotten comics graded.
But I want to get some about 5 to 10 cards graded.
All right.
Yeah, those are my resolutions.
That's a legit goal. So here's another goal. Well, this is my last one. Getting rid of some of my comic collection. I have a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I have value and I don't have value in, and I want to get rid of the stuff that doesn't have a value to me. It has actual value, but just things that I want to have. There's other books that I'd like to have. There's other things that I would like to have in my collection, and so going through and potentially getting more stuff graded, but also getting stuff posted.
Hold on. We have one viewer right now.
We have one viewer.
Hello,
one viewer.
Hello, one
watching.
viewer.
I don't know why, but you're watching.
Maybe
you. It's one of our wives somewhere, or maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's Rando Calrissian, and that's okay too.
I love it.
We have one viewer.
We have one viewer, and this is our first day.
I hope that you enjoy.
I hope
whatever
you enjoy this
content we are bringing to you.
Yes,
but unfortunately, I'm telling you, this is near the end of the episode.
It is.
So if
totally.
you'd like to go back and watch the rest of this, please do so.
And if you don't, that's okay.
That's okay too, because this is just for fun.
This is just for fun.
This is a random podcast.
Random.
Neely Schmidt yourself on.
Neely Schmidt yourself.
Neely Schmidt yourself.
Neely
Schmidt
yourself.
Maybe we should do that from now on. Neely
Schmidt yourself. Dude, I think we just came up with our ending.
This random viewer's like, I don't know what's going on.
Wait,
here.
do you have since this is being recorded and sent out live, do we have access to
we have access to comments, but I don't know. If you want to say anything in the comments, we can look at that right now.
Yeah. Meow.
Right meow.
Come on, meow.
Right meow. Or not.
Or not. It's your choice.
Probably one of our wives, and that's fine.
That's totally fine.
It'd be really funny if we find out that it is.
It is. It'd be great.
All right. Well, we're going to end the episode.
Yes.
We're going to get this all, like we said earlier, we're going to get this all saved and sent over to streaming platforms. We hope you enjoy, and we will continue to attempt to bring you weekly content every week from the foreseeable future. And there will be stuff to our streaming platforms or our social media. So if you want to check us out, we'll put those in the description as well. And we'll start posting there as well when we have new episodes, or if an episode just doesn't go out some weeks, all that will be there in case you're interested. But thanks so much for tuning in. And how do we sign off? What's a good sign off?
I don't know, but I really like the one that we just randomly come up with, like our off the bat.
Here we go. We hope that you, Neely
Schmidt
yourself, and have a great night.
Have a good one.
Now we just got to figure out how to get the thing to work.
Yeah, wait. Where did the? Oh yeah,
I gotta get.
Neely Schmidt yourself. Da, da, da,
I gotta get some music playing.
Da, da, da,
Thank you for still hanging out. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's gotta be somewhere.
There's the music. Oh, there's the exit music.